Emergency, emergency. Have you heard the...
I love my neighborhood. The colors is what inspires me to paint. And that's why I am here. And I'm gonna make a difference through my art. Through the colors, believe me. People will get it.
During a period when there was no diversity training for anyone, right? So, you know, my experience is very simply put, I was put into a grinder, which is high school, and whatever came out, the other side came out, you know.
First set of friends, and I don't think I'm limited to my own race. I feel like my friends plant seeds in me to have like this cluster of a race that's just magical and beautiful, and something that's just represents America, actually.
I have Indian friends, but they're not, they don't wear turbans or anything, or headdresses or anything like that.
One of my best friends is Korean. I have a lot of white friends, Jewish friends. I go to like a school that's like 80% Jewish.
Yeah. Gracie, 20, Dominican.
19, Puerto Rican. Chris, 28, Puerto Rican.
Elizabeth, 27, Puerto Rican and Cuban.
Between Dominicans and Puerto Ricans.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the people speak differently. Stuff like that. We pretty much like eat kind of the same stuff, but there are like some differences.
The mom they look like
oh, keep it.
Keep it. Oh, so nasty. This Puerto Rican don't like keep it.
Yeah, and the pasteles are different too.
Mark Anthony, La India, Gran Combo, Tito Puente.
Salsa.
I love salsa.
I'm African American by descent, and born and raised in Spanish Harlem.
Like, I like to listen to a lot of jazz, actually. I play jazz guitar, so I like that a lot, and I like rock music a lot. But if I go to a club, I would love to hear some crazy dubstep, or like just like some like really like driving hardcore pop rhythms, something like that. Something like a lot of house music. I would like to if I go to a club.
Yeah, like I mostly look towards like hip hop and R&B and like Maroon 5, things like that, Linkin Park. But yeah, definitely go to a club. You know, definitely want to hear like Danzig Kuduro, stuff like that.
Amazing Punjabi food. Punjabi food very flavors coming at you at once, right? Probably same thing with like Hispanic food and all. I listen to more American music, so I could like hip hop, R&B, rap. I listen to all that kind of stuff, pop.
I listen to every kind, but I listen to mostly my kind because I enjoy doing bhangra. Honestly, I would love teaching anyone, and it's just.
I guess there's that one thing where you grab your partner by the arm and you swing around each other. That's what we usually do at weddings, I guess, when Chanda Luna, Mezamala, that comes around, and we all just partner up and start dancing in circles. But other than that, I'm not really too. There's a lot of I would say new age music they have that I like. There's one artist, N.E.K., that I really like. And Articolo 31, it's Italian rap, which is pretty fun to listen to.
I was raised in a dancing environment, so when I see Bollywood performances, it's just the most intricate footwork and handwork that I have ever seen in any culture, aside from my own. And that is one of the most appealing things to me is their dancing, and then the icing on the cake is their positivity that comes with it. And
salsa, merengue.
Yeah, it's very energetic.
Very intense, yeah.
Kind of like Punjabi music, actually.
I'm proud to be Sikh because of our rich, vibrant culture, our tremendous history, what we've been through, our people, our sacrifices, our struggles.
I'm really proud of my religion, all my views. It made me who I am today. Sikh is not, it's less of religion, it's more of a discipline of life. You know, our beard, our hair, everything, it does make us stand apart. It makes us look very different. But that's how we were born. You know, I rather trust in God who made us this way.
I'm proud to be, you know, Latin, but yeah, there's still things I don't know yet, you know, about our Latin culture.
I'm proud to be a Sikh. I'm proud to be a Punjabi. I think because of our culture, you know, like everybody just like talks about Punjabis, like how cool they are and everything, you know, stuff like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure someone of you heard like that, you know. And I'm just like proud of the fact that we are like, I mean, let's say during the independence, right? We, like Sikhs, like a lot of them were killed actually. Like more than 50-60% of them were killed, but no one knows about this.
For me, I love where I was born. I was born in Puerto Rico. Raised there for a few years, 8 years. Came here when I was young, but I always flew back out. So I never considered myself to be American Puerto Rican, though it is a part of the United States. To me personally, I don't feel that because it's just a whole different love, a whole different type of culture, a whole different passion that we as Latino, we as Puerto Ricans have for our people.
You guys are proud to be like brave warriors actually. We are not scared of anything out there, you know. And we just like, you know, proud to be ourselves, like proud to be Punjabis, yeah. I mean, proud to represent in turbans.
I'm New Yorker. Basic. I'm a New Yorker.
Some people call it a New Yorican. Do you consider yourself a New Yorican or New Yorker?
I'd agree more with that.
Born here. First time I went to DR was last year, so I guess I feel more American.
I'm proud because our gurus taught us the philosophies of treating everybody the same, men and women, and doing good for not only for ourselves but for the world.
Have you ever heard of a Sikh?
A Sikh? No, I haven't.
Okay.
To be honest, I wouldn't know what image to even put on a Sikh person.
Well, depending on the pronunciation, I have no idea for Sikh, but for Sikh, I would see like, I don't know, but the Holocaust comes up because that was kind of sick, or like any other genocide, or just typically morbid thing.
So you're associating the word with literal, like sick as in being sick. It was just so.
Very.
I am a little bit familiar with it, but I'm not 100% sure of like.
Pops in my head is sort of like India and those type of people cultures. Not Hindus, not Muslims or Buddhists. Just a different sort of culture. And people mistake them. Oh, they mistake everybody who has like the head wrap for the same thing. You know, so it's just, you know, in the hood it's like, oh, that's Habibi.
Sikhs are not only brown people. There are so many white Sikhs, a lot of white Sikhs in America and Canada, and there are a lot of you know African American Sikhs. It's a diaspora, right? So it's like everywhere.
Most of our principles are humanitarian. Less of mainstream religion. We are more tolerant. That's why, because we are more humanitarian than we are, you know. You can say religious. It's a very wrong word for me.
We're caring and we always put family first, and we are a very strong and united group of people in this country.
Emergency, have you heard the prophecies? Holy war overseas, recession, depression, Uncle Sam, please.
Those fucking Arabs, those fucking Taliban bastards, those assholes. Those turban-wearing motherfuckers. They took him away from me. I didn't even know why they did it. I don't even care why they did it. I don't care what their purpose was in this world. All I know, them gone, no existence, goodbye is what I want.
Around that time.
Oh, September 11th changed everything. You know, I used to change trains underneath the World Trade Center. And the only reason I survived, I feel, because Saiba, my daughter, it's her first day in kindergarten, and my wife couldn't take her, so I took her to school, and I got late by the time the planes had already hit. And after I I came back, I saw I witnessed the whole thing coming down. I witnessed people running, those people with ashes and all that. And that happened in front of me, and I was there helping people, giving them water, change. And I could see from the day one, when the planes hit, people in downtown were, just everybody was very cooperative. Everybody wanted to help everybody else, right? So we saw what was happening. And then I walked from the World Trade Center to uptown because all the bridges are closed. So I wanted to walk back home, right? I walked up to the Queensboro Bridge, and as I walked uptown, the people from uptown, they saw smoke and everything. They were coming downtown, and then you could see in a matter of hours, you could see the hostility in people's eyes. You could notice the aggression when they looked at you. They looked at you differently. And by I think the next day, it was very apparent that we are in trouble. So I ordered some 20 flags, American flags, and then meant to be distributed outside, to my relative, and put one outside the house and make sure that I knew it was trouble.
Are you aware that after 9/11, the Sikhs were compared to Bin Laden more often, and they were terrorized and bullied and beaten on the streets?
Oh yeah, I've known that since I was in the 8th grade. Yeah. I actually personally saw the whole thing happen. I went to school in Avenue A, and I saw the second towers go down on the roof. And after that, I knew, and this is like coming from a 12-year-old's mind, I knew that things were going to be a lot different, especially with people that looked like Osama bin Laden. And that's the thing that sucks about it, because it's totally, Osama's not Indian, so it's like, why does the Indian have to take the brunt of all the bullshit? So it's like, it really did suck, because I had a few Indian classmates in 8th grade, and I do recall one time I was on 14th Street waiting to take the bus to 33rd, and you would expect this from a New Yorker, but there was somebody on the tour bus that screamed terrorist to one of my female Indian friends. And it was just so absurd. I didn't even know how to react to that. I was just like, wow, a tourist really told one of my natives they're a terrorist. Like, you're not even from here. How dare you? And it's...
Everyone, I guess, was in a state of fear. They didn't know how to understand and, decipher what actually happened. And, you see all these pictures on the news of what these people look like. And you tend to match it on the street. But I wasn't afraid of them. They were normal people, regular people. But you do, I guess you can say that you do familiarize what you see on the street with what you see on the news.
Actually, to tell you the truth, I don't see much, for me, this is personally me, I don't see that much courage in women anymore. And I'm really trying to bring that back, because women have been, their esteem has gotten lower, because after 9/11 and after also after the guys, their self-esteem has gone lower because of that. It's also affected the women a lot. So, but it's coming back. It's gonna come back.
They blame like Sikhs, Muslims, Hindus in general for the September 11 attack, which is not true. It's just a group. Like even if it's Muslim, even if it's Hindu, even if it's who cares? It's just a group of data. You cannot blame any religion for that or any community for that kind of shit. It's just a group. Like, why are you blaming everyone for a terrorist attack?
So I think people feel paranoid when things happen, though. Because if African Americans started terrorizing this country, we'll be scared of African Americans. If Hispanic people started bombing people will be scared of us.
That is true. It depends on the people.
Instance where I had a hoodie on my head, and I had a nice car. Windows were tinted, and I guess you can classify it as a bad neighborhood I was in. So they pulled me over simply because I had a hoodie on my head and I was in a nice car in a bad area. So they either figured, I know I was white, so they figured either it was a drug dealer selling someone drugs, I was going to pick up more drugs, or I was just up to no good. But I wasn't. I was going to play soccer in a bad neighborhood.
Yeah, like a woman, it hasn't been as hard as it has for the men, because the men are the ones who have the beard, have the turban, who really keep the Sikh identity.
It was devastating. Later on, as we grow older, we're like, wow, this is what happened. Basically, 9/11 was a trigger that Sikhs are all terrorists.
Conservatives, they're just like, oh, you're wearing a turban, or you are Hindu or Islam? No, you're like automatically a terrorist, so.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's another thing. We are so scared with things that we don't know, so if we don't know it, we're automatically going to be on the defense about it. And it does suck, because she makes a really good point, because the other people, the ignorant people in school, did always have those stereotypical 2 cents to say, and it was very ignorant,
Like what?
Like, you're a terrorist, you stink, you need deodorant, things like that, or why do you smell like curry? And it's just, same applies to us. I mean, why do we eat beans every day? Why do we put meat in dough and then fry it and then eat it? Why can't we just put it on a sandwich? It's really ridiculous and absurd, but she makes a good point, because as the generations progress, we are just more and more of a melting pot. So to see anything different wouldn't alarm us. We embrace it more, if anything.
He came home one day and he had a hole in his jura, right in the middle, and he told me that, a pencil fell. Obviously, when a pencil falls, you're not going to get a direct circle on your jura.
This means don't say God bless you.
No?
They don't believe in God. Yeah, they don't believe in
You
God.
can't say God. Who does I didn't God?
They believe in a God, Jesus, Allah.
Well, Allah is God.
It's their God. Yeah.
No, it's okay. Never mind.
Isn't it their God? Like, no?
It's a name for the same God.
Yeah.
Just like we have a Christian God, or most Latinos are Christian, so just how Christians have God or Dios. It's a name. It's a word in their language used to describe the same God, the one God.
Okay.
And that's the Muslim religion.
And that's the Muslim religion.
Muslim Islam, right?
Well, that's Islam, yeah. In Islam. You'd be unrelated to a Muslim.
But I don't really know. I don't even know really the difference. I don't even, as far as how they look right now, to be honest, I don't even know how they look, honestly. To me, they all look the same. I'm sorry. I it sucks, but after this, I'm gonna go and Google.
Google the shit out.
I am so, and then no.
It's an obstacle you face in life, and that's, I accept it, that's one of my duties as a Sikh, to explain to other people, it's a religion, you guys should be respectful of it, just like I'm going to be respectful of your religion, regardless of, race, color, tell the people that I'm Sikh, because these people have never seen a Sikh before, and, if they, the most person they've seen with a turban or a beard is probably on TV of, like, Osama bin Laden or a terrorist group, and they immediately associate with me with
like, tell them, like, I know who you think I am. You think I'm like a terrorist or something, but I'm not, I'm Sikh, and then just explain to them. But then again, many people are just like, they don't bother, they wouldn't care anyway. So it's just like every day you'll just feel something like that happening.
I mean, I don't wear the star or turban, but on the inside, I honestly do feel like one. Yeah, inside, I've always felt strong. If someone told me something, I won't back down. I won't be afraid to stand up and talk. Nice way, but that's just the way I am.
I feel there is a warrior inside me. I feel that, there is that sense of like pride coming out, but at the same time, in the Sikh community, the girls don't have that feeling anymore, and we gotta bring that back.
Incident, I will not change my way of life, and I don't encourage anybody else to do so either. It's really sad that people in these days are still ignorant, but we are creating awareness for our religion, and slowly but surely we are progressing.
We are a race, we are a species that we have reasoning, we have that gift. And it doesn't make us above any other species, but it gives us that chance to thrive, and what we're doing is just being destructive. We're destroying each other.
So it was very new to me. I didn't speak the language, so it was very hard to, initially make friends in school, and, people would stare and, talk and stuff.
But it's okay. I did make a few friends. The majority of my friends were, Indian. They knew who I was, why I wore a turban, and they knew I was Sikh. The other kids, did not know. The Latin American kids didn't know why we wear a turban. The Caucasian kids didn't know, or even the Asian kids didn't know either. Every day, people point and stare, and people judge you before they even know you. They don't really see the person, they just see something on this guy's head, and that's what they focus on, which is wrong. I'm a friendly guy. You can just come up and say hello and ask me about my turban. I would gladly tell you whatever you want to know.
Calling from 7512 South Avenue. There is shooting.
We've got help on the way, okay? Shooting! Shooting! God.
Are you guys aware, or have you heard in the news what recently transpired within the Sikh community?
No. I check my emails periodically, so you would think that I would kind of figure this out on my own, but for me to not know about this, and it makes me, it's really hard to fathom the idea of somebody even committing an act like that, and for me to not know about it is actually absurd, because we can talk about somebody shooting up people in a movie premiere and talk about heightened security for movie theaters and all that, but you don't hear much about heinous acts like this. This is just ridiculous.
We wear our faith in so many ways, and that brings heat to us, and I know that brought heat to your community times when you never deserved it. It's not like anyone ever could.
And the shootings that took place in Wisconsin, they're far, far away, but we feel it so deeply right here in New York City.
Told to gracefully accept the will of the divine. Whether we like it or not, it doesn't matter. We accept it.
We are gathered here today in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Oak Creek. We remember the members of our nation that were killed in the Oak Creek Gurdwara massacre. Suvek Singh, Sita Singh, Ranjit Singh, Satwant Singh, Prakash Singh, and Paramjit Kaur. We pray for the swift recovery of the three who were critically injured: Santokh Singh, Punjab Singh, and Lieutenant Brian Murphy. We express gratitude for Lieutenant Murphy and his heroic efforts in helping to protect fellow Americans. We honor his actions, which reflect the Sikh ideals of standing up for justice and protecting the rights of all, regardless of faith and background. Vaheguru, in the wake of this tragedy, we ask you to bestow upon us the grace to remain in Chardi Kala, to open our hearts, homes, and gurdwaras to our neighbors and friends of all faiths and colors, and move forward together in solidarity.
And very recently, in a New York subway, a gentleman was assaulted. He was shouted at. He was told that he belonged to Bin Laden's family, and he was punched so hard in the face that he had 3 teeth knocked out.
For those of you who have passed, and my prayers and my careness with you, and my love and affection, when cold blood when you guys left this world. I really felt for you, and now you're in a better place, and all my prayers are with you.
I'm still worried, now it's the matter of copycats coming out and doing things, and for those guys in Wisconsin, the guy, Michael Wade, Michael, whatever his name is, he killed himself, so we don't know if there were any co-conspirators. And they may be still cells conspiring to do things not just with Gurdwaras but other minorities as well. So we don't know how far these hate tentacles go within American society. At the back of my mind, I always felt that something like this could happen because it's so. I felt very bad, especially the killing. Why would somebody come and do something like that? There was no mistaken identity in as far as I'm concerned. Because very apparent he was targeting Sikhs.
Just practicing their religion, what they are used to and what they feel is safe for them, and then out of nowhere, 7 people go and die where they think that they're safe and just practicing their religion. That's, like he said, it's really messed up.
Yeah, it comes with questions. Why?
Safe taking my family and I to the temple, just because of one isolated incident. I will not change my way of life. And
in Gurdwara, outside Gurdwara, we feel safe. So whatever has to happen, like they say, is destined to happen.
The president is responding to. Do you think he's responding properly? Do you know how he responded towards this tragedy?
You want to answer?
I actually don't know how he's responding.
Yeah, I'm not. I feel like I saw a speech with Bloomberg about a response about upping security at the Sikh temples and basically talking about gun control and the tragedy of it. I don't think I've heard anything about the president's response. I don't think so.
Military is like in the Middle East and portraying brown people as like being horrible terrorists and blowing up things and and all that stuff. People are still gonna look at them. No matter whether they're Sikh, whether they're, Islamic, they're still gonna consider them like they're terrorists or something. And every time they go into airports, they're gonna have to have extra eyes on them being watched.
Arabs, Habibis, they're terrorists. A lot of people, if we were talking about just them period in general, that's what people use. I personally, I've called, I like all the bodegas at Habibi.
You take me, and I don't feel like I fall into the stereotypes they give Italian people. Like you see shows like Jersey Shore and Goodfellas and Casino, and we're not all gangsters. I don't have a gun. I don't know John Gotti, and I guess no. We're not fairly represented. We're all not overweight. We're all not eating spaghetti every Sunday. I don't even like spaghetti. And I don't have a gun. I don't know any mafia. When my friends have, legitimate jobs and they do work for a living. We don't steal. We don't, rob.
It's all stereotyping from New Yorkers and Puerto Ricans. It's all different.
My parents always, wanted me to wear a turban, but it just came to personal preference.
For a fact that we're gonna get made fun of because I used to have a turban, but then I cut it off. But when people come here and they cut off a turban, they just go to a barber. I actually went through like a ritual.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I went to the mountains.
To a holy place.
Yeah, I went to a holy place, and they shaved off my whole head. And then I had to take a bath like in yogurt, but it's not like generic yogurt. Everything Indians make are fresh. So it was like yogurt made literally straight from the cow, and I took a shower straight in it.
Wow. See, that's the thing actually. If people knew we were Sikh, none of this would have happened. Because it was basically hate crime and misunderstanding. That's what I read somewhere in the news. If people did knew about the Sikhs, none of this would have happened. I'm not saying New York doesn't know about Sikhs. Yeah, of course, a lot of people know, but still, in general, I'm talking about the whole world. They don't know about Sikhs. डरन की कोई लोड़ नहीं है ऐदा दे इंसिडेंट बहुत होंगे ने आई किसी अमेरिका च होंगे ने ऐदा कोई भी गल नहीं है बट just true to be yourself and बस डटे रहो यार September 11 होया मुस्लिम हाले भी डटे हुए ने तो तुसी थोड़ी ना ऐदा छोटे इंसिडेंट तो break out हो जाके just be strong, be firm, and just have faith in yourself.
Maybe just how passionate they are.
They love love.
Yeah.
I love that they love love. That's the thing that I could see, that we're very Puerto Ricans. We're so passionate, and that's the thing that I respect within the Indian culture. Is when you watch Bollywood movies, it's so love driven, and they live for love.
So do you know the difference between a Puerto Rican, a Colombian, a Dominican, and a
one talks faster than all.
And a Mexican?
Yeah.
The
Dominican talks faster. My friend tells me he talks the fastest.
And, they would just be like, oh, what's that Chinese girl doing there? Because no matter what, I'm Chinese. There's no Korean, there's no Japanese, it's just Chinese. We're all Chinese for some reason. They would make jokes, like pokra rice, stuff like that.
mean, I live with my uncle. He probably doesn't even know I'm getting a tattoo right now. I think he's gonna be like surprise shot, and he's gonna be like, I mean, he's not gonna say anything. My aunt, she's probably gonna curse me at least for the first 10-15 minutes, and then she'll be like, all right, go to sleep now.
You say go wipe it off.
Whatever. I mean, I wanna get one. That's it. I think I can relate to the dragon in some way. I think so. You know, dragon is a unique creature. I think I'm a unique creature as well. Which I've seen, yeah, religious.
But religious tattoos are like, you know, not highly. You shouldn't get religious tattoos in general if you're Indian. Because I know some people have an Indian sign. It's called the Kunda, right?
Yeah.
Many people don't like it. They find it like rude. I understand like you have it over there.
They find it disrespectful.
Yeah, disrespectful.
So Khanda means it has two swords on each side, and then it has a double-edged sword in the center, and it has this ring. To me, this whole thing is like the Bill of Rights, because this double-edged sword is equality and justice for all. The ring is the continuity of life and humanity, and the two swords on the edges are spiritual power and political power. Oh wow. And this is the Guru Granth Sahib Ji. This is the Guru. All our 10 gurus contributed to the writing. I mean, these are words of our gurus, and it starts from page
Kirtan is just probably the most powerful thing I've ever experienced in my life. It's probably just, it's so inspiring because everybody around you is singing along with the hymns and everything, and the devotion people give, and like the love and like passion you put into it makes you want to cry. It makes you feel like, oh, God is there, and makes you feel like, especially after the Wisconsin shooting, that Sikhi pride, Sikhi like lifestyle is still there. It hasn't gone yet.
It's the kara. It's like a small form. It's the kang, the kesh, the hair, and the kichera. It's like innerwear, and the knife. The knife, yeah, the kirpan. Kirpan, yeah. All right. Conventional wisdom says that if a guy has all 5 of these, yes, he's a true Sikh. Conventional wisdom says that. But we are grown in a world where no one actually follows that.
And we were raised in different societies.
We are raised in different societies as well. I mean, I grew up in India and I was there for like 20 years. I just came like 2 years ago. I find a huge difference over here and there, you know. It's the society that makes you like look different or something.
It's modern society now that our religion is kind of dying out at the fact that everyone is starting to cut their hair.
You keep your hair because it's like a gift from God, and you don't want to cut something that God gave you.
Spiritual connection to the locks, like it's almost like it's antennas, you know. It's like there's an energy, and you can feel things differently, you know. And then it goes back into the story of was Samson? Yeah, Samson and the hair and the string.
So you know you're gonna marry a Sikh girl.
That's what we tell our parents, but we play around. But sometimes we're like, we take it seriously because we don't like it. Like, we don't want.
Mostly Spanish, Puerto Rican, Colombian, Brazilian.
I know that like Asians are pretty particular. They want to stick with Asian.
They're still young, so we want to know other cultures and everything. I mean, we're still in college, so might as well make it.
Actually, I dated
Arabs want to stick with Arabs.
Actually, I dated like Italian girl. That's one of the reasons. Because I was really interested, like, in knowing the culture. I'm a huge fan of Italian. I was really interested.
You like the way the food is the better to kill you.
Yeah, right. In, like dating like a girl like from like separate from my culture, because.
But we're open. We date everyone.
Waters. something. It's not like I have to marry a Sikh. No, it's nothing like that. I really don't care about religion or stuff. If the girl is good, I'm happy. That's it. That's all I care.
But then again,
I don't think my mom would like allow me to date an African American.
My mom.
Yeah,
My mom didn't like me dating anyone outside of Puerto Ricans. At one point, she did not like it.
And like, can we marry anybody but Indian girl? It's gonna be like, you come in Monday, you fight home Friday, Sunday you're out, and you come back Monday.
Yeah.
So you get kicked out on Friday, like Saturday night, you come back on Monday, and the same process.
Well, I can't.
I once dated a Dominican woman, and that was an issue. You know, when I dated the Trinidadian girl, it was a big issue. She's not Puerto Rican, she's not the right girl. This generation is crazy. Now it's just more free and open. We have more of an option, more of an open mind.
One African American, Irish.
Dated a Trinidadian, Filipino, Asian.
Three of them all.
Do you want me to name them all or just?
But dating is different. Dating, you could date whoever you want.
It's fun to be diverse and,
Yeah.
you know, teach your kids, like, oh, I have 2 different religions. It would be cool and stuff.
And as for me, no. Straight up Puerto Rican, all the way. Oh, Guatemalan.
Said all the cool kids were doing it.
Don't let mommy hear you.
Sorry, Mom.
But on the other hand, it's more easier when you marry your own kind, because then your kids will, it won't be harder on your kids too, and they'll understand, I guess.
I dated a black girl in like 3rd grade. I'm not sure if that counts. Yeah, it was kind of just a thing. I wouldn't call it jungle fever or anything. It's just a phase.
Absolutely, yeah.
Attraction is about race.
Yeah.
You can meet a person that's like African and be attracted to them. Like, yeah.
As well as Italian, German, French.
So you're really open.
Yeah.
Have you ever dated an Indian girl or been attracted to an Indian girl?
A couple.
Visually, for people, they might go, what the hell? Like, why are they together? Like, you know, like, it's,
How
to
did he
me, that
get her or
doesn't...
how did she get him? People might say, oh, he got the money.
Parents, they will adapt to it as long as the person is willing to change and, you know, get to know my religion too, as well as I get to know his. But my parents are okay with it.
Like, yeah, you're right, people don't know about the Sikhs, and they really don't, because every time I go to a Gurdwara, I've never seen like someone contribute that much into helping people. Like, you can be homeless and you can still feel at home in a Gurdwara.
Because they serve you food over there.
Yeah,
you know,
they
that's
serve
why
you food
regardless
over
of what your religion is, regardless of like your, you know, like your whatever, you know. Like,
Yeah, everyone's treated equal.
Everybody's treated equally, yeah.
That in my vision, that's equality.
We've been through so many wars with different people, and you know, I guess Sikhs have a warrior aspect in them that you have to bring out, and I think I really want to bring that out and really want to serve my country, because you know, the country was founded on basis like freedom of religion, and we're in this country today because we have that freedom, you know, to practice in whatever we believe in, and you know, I definitely want to serve in my country for that.
What fueled you to start the United States?
Multiple things, right? So right after high school and right after actually college, you know, they had, you know, I saw these different groups. You know, the Jews had their own, you know, support structure. The Hispanics, the blacks, you know, Indians. And we know our Sikhs, you know, because we look so different, we didn't really have that, you know, somebody to help us, you know, guide us in, you know, after, you know, or becoming a mentor. There were people, Sikhs in different, but they're all spread out. That was one of the first times I felt that, you know, if there was somebody out there in an industry who could just give me a break, just give me an opportunity to even interview, you know, that would help. We started out with, you know, just teaching ESL classes in the Gurdwara. We did that for a couple of years. Then when 9/11 happened, it became very apparent that, you know, we needed to get organized politically and, you know, and even legally. So then we started going in that direction. We got more people involved in the organization, and then I think it was then we started going into the relief area. So that's when, you know, we tsunami, Katrina, Haiti, Kobe in Japan, even in Kenya. I pledge against hate crimes, right? So that's a campaign we're starting around the country. What we're doing is we are asking people to go on our website, Facebook or otherwise, pledge against hate crime, that, and hopefully from that blood, their blood would not have been spilt in vain if we come together and learn about each other.
See, everybody has a hunger for food, and so you can eat Spanish food, you can eat Mexican food, you could eat Italian, you could eat Indian, but does someone who eats Indian food gets killed because that person ate Indian food? Or does someone who eats Mexican food is going to kill the other one who eats Japanese food? No. Everybody is trying to satisfy their hunger by eating these different kinds of foods. What my Sikhi tells me that everyone wants to satisfy a yearning for the ultimate, the universal truth. They could follow any path to do that. The hunger for God, to know God, you could follow any path. You could follow the Sikh way, you could follow the Jewish way, you could follow the Islamic way, you could follow the Catholic way, or whichever way. You're trying to satisfy one hunger. So why hate each other for the method that you are following? You could choose your method and go ahead. And be tolerant to someone else who has chosen another method to go ahead. One better over the other. So doesn't stay. And this is actually which tells me constantly, this khanda tells me constantly, justice for all, equality for all. And that's what Sikhi is all about.
For the world to just be laid back and for us to not take certain things so seriously.
Might be small in number, but we are an important part of what we call as human race. I would really appreciate, if the ignorance, whatever's around the world, regarding us, or regarding any other belief, a little more deep insight in that would help make the world a little bit better place.
What I would like to see is, the change I would see is mass movement against hatred. How?
This interview pretty much planted a seed in my brain, because the next time I see a guy with a turban, I won't address it ignorantly, but I'll be like, oh, hey, by the way, are you Sikh? I wouldn't say it like that, but I'll be like, what's your religion? Muslim, Sikh, because everybody's different, and the more you know, the better off. So
I'm just glad now that I've just learned a term to put them in a way, because I've always just thought, oh, it's those people with the turbans, like, not to sound rude or anything, but that's how I would describe them, because I didn't know anything else, and it's just a learning experience.
Yeah,
I'm 16. I can grow.
We're perfect. We're prime examples. We're still ignorant. We need to ask questions, because we're going to be defensive about it, like the guy with the turban. Any
last words?
It was great filming for the first time. Yeah, I think it's the first time I'm in a documentary, and I would love to be in a game. And it was great answering your questions, and just to my fellow Sikh people out there, Sat Shri Akal, Kiddam, and just, I don't know, guys, just do whatever you want to do, and just be true to your religion, not in terms of what I was saying before, shit, I'm sorry. It's just a tattoo, I'm really, really sorry about this. I was just saying, to my fellow people, just have faith in yourself, believe in yourself, just carry on whatever you're doing, be a nice person first.
Don't let a little drama get to you.
Exactly, don't let little drama get to you. You are strong. Your Punjabis are strong, come on, Punjabis are strong people. Yeah, I'm really strong right now.
I know sometimes I feel like I'm lonely, and all I want are some arms that can hold me. Through the confusion, my mind's running stories, Never knew until now I can meet from my glory. So I stop, I look, and I choose. Don't ever let anything be bigger than you. Come on, world, listen to me. The choice you make right now is gonna set you free.
Here we go, here we go.
The choice you make right now, right now, right now. Every little word you say, come on, can determine you. The choice you make right now, right now, right now. Every little move you make, gotta live for the day. All we have right now, my friend, is the present. The past is gone, tomorrow's unwritten. Time to check in, come on, see how you're living. The world is dying cause we're taking, not giving. So I stop, I look, and I choose. Each one of us is worth much more than we knew. Come on, world, listen to me. The choice you make right now is gonna set you free.